Okay, this is your early morning rant today, fellow target individuals out there. I wanted to leave that little thing in the search bar there. I'm grown and not your kid. I say that specifically to the gang stalkers out there. And I say that because it's like okay, as you can see, that's where the meme is coming from. I wanted to have that there, and I'm not making fun of this because I'm actually having that there as support. Do not educate your child to be rich. Educate them to be happy so when they grow up, they'll know the value of things, not the price. Too many fucking people out there who are parents, man, who are, especially the gang stalkers, raise their kids up like that. Not everybody. But there's too many people out there that do this. They sit there and just fill their lives with all types of trinkets and electronic devices and shit. And that's all they grow up to do. We barely get out anymore, man. We barely do. What was the last time a person ever went fishing, hunting, whatever? What was the last time a person ever went hiking, for freak's sake, you know? I mean, when I was a kid, like I did a lot of stuff. Me and my friends, we would play like, even with this is going back as far as the Nintendo 64 is concerned. We would do crazy stuff like hide and go seek out in the whole. We would literally use the entire neighborhood to play hide and go seek, basically. We would section it off of a block and then literally just go crazy with that. Just go through all the neighborhoods. I'm telling you, the neighbors did not like that at all. But yeah, this is going to be the early morning rant from MM's TI Strategy Guide to all of you fellow TIs out there. And you ever get the feeling like you're being treated as a child from these gang stalkers? Every little bit of what you do, it's like, oh, you see that over there? You see what that person just did? You see what he just did? You see what she just did? You see that? You see this? You see this? It's crazy. It's like having that annoying babysitter that won't leave you alone for 5 seconds. And you're grown. You're freaking grown. You're not a child. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, what the heck? Are you serious? Are you serious? Like, are you supposed to be my babysitter? So you want to know what I do? I flip the script on them. And you know what? You want to know how I do that? I tell them what to do. They want to do that crap that they're getting paid for. I'm like, yeah, that's right. You better be looking at me, You better. I tell you what to do. I tell you what to do. You better be looking at me. You better be watching me. You better be sitting your behind right there, watching where I'm going. Don't you fucking move until I leave. Don't you move until I fucking leave. You understand me? Okay. Okay, good. It's good to know that you're following orders from the boss. And by the way, I'm only having fun here. I don't really actually, Anyway, I flipped the script out on them, and I actually pretend like I'm basically their instructor, telling them what to do, and being their boss. And I'm telling you, they get pissed off from that. They get really pissed off from that when you mock them like that. When you even imitate them, it also pisses them off because it gives a mispronunciation of their signals, and they cannot stand that. One of the things I did was I used a freedom of speech a tactic on them, and I basically spouted out one of the secrets out that they didn't want people to know. The fact that hidden government secret agenda 21, that they're using against the entire, including the gang stalkers, population, to have complete control over everyone's minds. They've done this through methods of MK Ultra testing, which was very illegal and goes beyond every human rights imaginable. And now they're doing this in the form of directed energy weapons, no less. If you're wondering to know what they're putting in the vapor trails, it's nano. They're putting that in that, and this stuff reacts to radiation, of which the radiation, which is non-iodized radiation, think about it. What device do we have every day that we use that produces non-iodized radiation? Again, you know what it is. The cell phones. Every day we got that stuff facing looking at our faces on the daily. That stuff is producing toxified radiations on the daily to everyone. Everybody is submitted to this. The gang stalk, it is so crazy because the gang stalkers know all of this, but they're still in support of it. They will literally look at you like a freaking criminal and treat you like one too, but they break every law in the book, from theft, from slanderism, illegal slanderism, mind you, even illegal covertly setups, falsified accusations. Not just that, but also invasion of privacy. Many different things, including hacking. All of this stuff is illegal, and yet they see you as a threat? They see us as a threat? Like, are you serious? Are you serious? Like, are they serious? Like, really? Like, seriously. People who are actually committing crime who are literally are committing crime, and in front of the cops, no less, and being directed by the police, by the way, are not the threat themselves? Are you honestly serious? Gang stalkers? Really? Really? That's a freaking hypocritical move right there, but I'm telling you, we got to do something about this, because these gang stalkers are going to sell everybody for money. And they're not going to be, I'm telling you, they think they're going to be free from this. They are retarded. And I'm going to give you a good explanation as to how retarded they are. It's like a person, basically a convict, let's say a convict like stole a car or something, right? And then he assaulted somebody in the pursuit of stealing said car, correct? So they decided, the police decided to give him a deal, saying, oh, well, like, we'll waive your time if you go out and stalk this particular person of interest that we have. First off, you've already got time on you. You've already got time, dude. Woman? Sorry for saying it like that, but you just bear with me on that. You've already got time on you. You honestly have it in your head that they're just gonna let you waltz out, do crime, and get away with that? Don't they make these people? I'm pretty certain, as the word about it did get out, that they have to sign a waiver stating that the police are not liable, or the people who hire them are not liable if they get caught. How much you want to bet that they not only get the previous time stacked on their behinds, but the new time as well? Let's say the person only had to do 10 years, but the new crime they get slapped onto them adds 20 years. That's a total of 30 years in prison. That's a total of 30 years in prison. And I'm telling you, man, like, this stuff, you can't make this stuff up. There's been reports of Google literally just doing all of this stuff towards AI. Google's been doing it. China's mainly one of the pushes for it as well, as far as the tech industry is concerned. Freaking advertisements for RFID chips. And you'll see all TIs rally up against this, and they'll be treated as if, like, the people will just treat them like, you don't know what you're talking about. We got a mixture of both people both being paid off, and I'm telling you, they're convinced, they're fully or really convinced that they're not going to be implemented to this, but they're so wrong, dude. Let me tell you why. If they refuse to get the RFID chips, you want to know what's going to happen? They're going to go to jail. They're going to get sent straight to prison. It's like either get the chip or go straight to prison. You want to know what they're going to do? They're still going to sedate them. And I'm going to tell you how they're going to do it. They're going to use nano. The same method that how they've been getting people without RFID chips is through nano. They siphon that stuff with your food. They literally lace it with your food. That's how they're going to do it. And when they do that, I guarantee you they're going to freaking implant that person with an RFID chip. I guarantee that. The person's going to not have much of a choice but to eat the food that they give them anyway. I mean, where else are you going to go to get food? You can't go to work to make any money. You're in jail. The only food you're going to have is what they give you. That's it. Something's really going to have to happen with this. Something's really going to have to change. There are people speaking out. There really is. But the more and more I look at it, this stuff is so covert that you'll have hundreds of people in protest against something and they'll pass it anyway. They'll pass that. They'll pass a bill. They'll pass a rule of any kind anyway, despite the fact that the people protesting against it. The government is not in favor of the people anymore. I honestly don't even think it ever was, even though it was supposed to be. But unfortunately, it's long since been it's gotten so corrupted so much that it's infected its corruption to the prison system. It's infected its corruption to the police. It's infected its corruption towards the citizens. It's spread its corruption towards the schools, towards religion, towards everywhere, man. Everywhere. It's crazy. It really is. One thing, and this is my advice to all TIs out there. Life is nothing but a trial. It's not how well you're going through it. As far as doing through it, like how wealthy you are. It's not about the fact that you're poor. It's not about the fact that you may be suffering or you may be doing well. It's not about any of that. It's just about getting through it. It's how you get through life that counts. Remember, in the end, we have the choice. Despite this nano, we do still have somewhat free will left. And I know it's not easy. I know it isn't easy. But keep fighting the good fight. Never give up. Never give in. And don't ever allow yourself to stoop to the level of these gang stalkers. Ever. Instead, be better than that. Because you are better than that. You're not the type of person who would lower themselves to literally go out of their way to literally sabotage a family, a life, as far as even getting someone incarcerated on fallacious charges, or getting someone set up to the point to where they'll lose their job, to be forced in a state of homelessness. Don't lower yourself to their standards. Don't lower yourself to the standards to where they would literally go as far as to sell their own dang on people, their own brothers, their own sisters, their own families, their own kin, their own children, for freak's sake, for money. Don't ever lower yourself to that. Ever. They will lie to you. They will slander you. They will do every little deplorable act in your face, and they will not care about it. But don't ever lower yourself to that. Be better. Be strong. Be wise. When it comes to their slander, tune them out. Change the channel. Tell yourself, I'm not finna lower myself to the standards. I'm not finna lower myself to the state of negativity. The only thing that comes out of the mouth of a gang stalker when they choose to support an organization like this is poison. That's the only thing that they speak. That's the only language they know when they stoop to that level. It's nothing but poison. Poison that infects the minds of many different people. Even most of who are unsuspecting of this poison. This organization has been known to go as far as it is literally to harm the animals of people just to put a person in a state of depression. It's been known to run several prostitution rings. It's been known to run human trafficking. This organization is not for anyone's benefit or not for anyone's safety. Not if they're doing this. Not if they're putting criminals out on the street to literally commit criminal acts. There's no way in shape or form this organization is out for the benefit of the people. The gang stalkers fully know this full well. They know this without a shadow of a doubt. And in the end, they do not care. They don't. They will not care if people's freedom is stripped away, including their own. So again, I say this in closing. Don't ever lower yourself to the state of a gang stalker. Don't ever feed into their hate. Live your life. Find the solutions to the obstacles they lay before you. Remember, any obstacle laid before you can be undone. Any type of materialistic thing that is taken from you can just be replaced. And in fact, if anything, never leave value into materialistic things because they will literally use that against you. Instead, use that value against them. Take their tactics and use that against them. When they do their street theater, use that as a form of advertisement to literally protest against their gang stalking so that they cannot play the covert card. Instead of stopping them as soon as they're getting ready to do their little bit of stalking, wait until they portray the stuff out long enough for the public to really catch an eye out and then protest. I've done this myself. They hide, they run around like cockroaches when the lights come on. They hide. They literally have to move away, and they literally have rushed me out of a store for me to purchase my things just because of that. Just because they didn't want people to know. Just because they didn't want to be exposed. Just because they wanted to keep making their money off the suffering of many different people. When the person contributes to a form of gang stalking, they've dipped their hands in blood. Of the blood of all the past targeted individuals who have died and lost their lives from this organization. And have literally had their lives compromised due to it. This isn't just from past targeted individuals, it's the ones in the present as well as ones who could be in the future. All of us can change this. But remember, you're never alone. You're not alone in this. And don't you ever think that you are. This is MM's TI Strategy Guide. I'm over and out.